Hi Taurus, I'm JJ and thank you for joining me once again for your December forecast. I hope you enjoyed last month's reading, which was my first reading ever for your sign. Thank you all to my new subscribers, all my viewers. I'm extremely humbled. I'm so happy to be here. You're the reason why this is possible. You're the reason why I'm encouraged to keep going with these readings. Like I said, if I can help even one person, then I'll be extremely happy as a result of this. So, Taurus, the energies are very strong today, extremely strong. In fact, my meditation was unlike any other. Yesterday, I thought it was weird when I was meditating for Libra. Today was also quite strange, but in a different way for the both of you guys. It was really wonderful. Why? Because I somehow envisioned Taurus as being flightier than usual, and you're an earth element, so you're usually very grounded, and it was actually a perfect combination between being grounded and spreading your wings, because I had this image of basically beautiful balls of light with wings attached to the balls of light, and it kind of reminded me of I forget what it's called now in Harry Potter, that ball with the wings that they use. Never mind you guys, but I just basically envisioned lots of balls of light with wings and flying about and holding scrolls of information. And that really also took me to your tarot card, the Hierophant, who is the mediator between the heavens and the earth, in the sense that he is entrusted to deliver news, secrets to those people around him. He is entrusted to create structure and order out of this information that he is given. And he is also a very religious figure, of course. Aries, like this basically the emperor, and Aries is also a figurehead when it comes to structure and order, but in a very different sense. With you guys, there is this real emphasis on gathering information that is highly divine and basically creating a structure that people do follow in the end. That's why we have religions in this world. Even if you are not a religious figure, though, even if you don't believe in a particular religion, this is what your sign tends to represent, is the Hierophant in tarot. So anyway, the energies were very, very strong, and I'm quite excited for this reading. I really hope that there are new messages I can deliver for you guys. Taurus, we're using a Celtic cross spread this month. And maybe next month I will go back to the way I did things in November. So this month I'm going to rely on the Celtic cross spreads and see if you guys like it. So far so good with the other signs. And it's nice to vary things up every now and then. The theme I'm feeling for you guys is what to do this month. If last month was all about what not to do anymore, and who not to have in your life anymore, or what aspects of your career you decided to stop pursuing, basically all of the negatives, all of the negations, the no's of last month, this month it's more about what to do. What to do as a result of knowing what not to do. And that's very logical. There's a lot of personal power as well. You guys have really come back into strength now. You had maybe a few moments of weaknesses before, and now you're extremely sharp, and you'll continue to be sharp. Your ideas are going to be like fire bolts this month. I feel for you guys, Taurus. All the way up until the 19th of December. Why? Because after the 19th of December is Mercury retrograde. And usually that is not the right time to make decisions. It's not the right time to sign contracts. I would really avoid this, Taurus. But before that time comes, you're sharp, you're witty, you're making right decisions. You are cultivating new relationships, new friendships. You're even deciding how it is that you want your career to proceed. And I wouldn't be surprised if you start making favorable relationships with people who are higher up than you, authority figures. Your finances as well can really go very well this month if you keep your eyes open to the opportunities you have to raise your money. But again, anything involving finances I'd take care of before the 19th of December. After the 19th of December, even though you might be continuing on this sort of power trip. Sorry, I'm weird with the cards. These are your cards, yes. Splitting them into 3. So, even though you might be feeling like you're capable of going on a power trip right now, because last month you decided to put an end to all the bullshit, so can understand now if you're experiencing a bit of a power trip. After the 19th, watch out for your ego a bit, because due to the Mercury retrograde and there being more chances of communication failures happening, it's preferred that you spend more time working with people in a group, because more minds will lead to better results. Even if you feel like you just want to be more independent and work on your own things and work on your own, that's fine for the first half of the month. But after that when the second half of the month kicks in for you, if you want to stay on the good side of things with people, then I would definitely favor working as part of a group for you. So that's what I have. And we're going to start laying out your spread now. Okay. We have a central issue, a challenge that crosses it. This is what is in your mental thoughts and in your mind. This is your foundation card. This is a card to represent a past, your past. An immediate future card and what is to come. A card to represent your personal influence on this reading and how this influence plays out with your foundation. Can you see it? Okay. Let's see. An environmental factors card. Hopes or fears card for Taurus. Overall outcome card for Taurus. 2 cards basically that are outcome cards, one that is more a reflection of an immediate future and one that can be perceived as a bit more of a distant future, but it's an overall arching theme, the outcome that you bring, that is as a result of the reading, if the energies decide to stay consistent, if you are consistent, and if all the people in your lives are consistent. Now there's something that I would like to say about that. Sometimes people come to tarot readings expecting that whatever the outcome shows, that is what is going to happen. And while this might be the case, sometimes it is just a matter of coincidence, because there are a lot of things that we don't have control over. If you decide to change the way that you are thinking, and if you decide to make an abrupt decision midway through your situation all of a sudden, and if the people around you also do the same, then naturally that leads up to a different flow of events, Taurus. And that's why I always tell people to take things with a grain of salt, always. And to also keep in mind that when there are cards that look at your past, and when there are cards that look at your future, so to speak, we cannot really say when this past was, and we cannot really say when the future is either. It can be a matter of weeks, and it can be a matter of months, and sometimes it can go back to a matter of years if we're talking about the past. So I would like you guys to keep this in mind, and it will be different for other people. For some people, the past card is going to be relevant to their last few weeks, and for others it will be for the last few months. And for some, they might come to find that their outcome card happens tomorrow. And for others, it might be that it happens in a week. I have this also happening with my private readings. For some people, outcomes have resulted just in a matter of a few days after the reading, while for others, it's something that started to take more form the month later. So, you guys, don't want to waste more time on my chit-chat. Let's get into your reading. Central issue here is the Page of Pentacles. Crossing this Page of Pentacles is the Strength card. The Page of Pentacles is harnessing your energy because it is a pentacle. So Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, for the purposes of your reading, it is you. In fact, if I didn't know any better and I needed to use a significator, I'd use the Page of Pentacles, because I think that my audience demographic is, for the most part, people who are under the age of 40. I do have older viewers as well, but I do believe the majority of readers are younger. So this is an appropriate central card and significator for you guys, especially if you are now, and if you have begun to move on to a new phase of your life, where now that you have a better idea of what it is that you need to do, because you did a lot of thinking last month and had been eliminating all the losses in your life and things that were not working for you. Page is an immature energy in the sense that it's a person who's beginning a journey and studying their elements closely to make sure that they proceed with caution, because Pentacles is not a very fast energy. It's a rather slow energy in comparison to the other elements. So this person is very studious. She is smart, intelligent, and she's a very good student, basically. And I think this time around, you want to avoid the mistakes that have happened in the past. And your challenge is the Strength card here, which is wonderful anyway, because the Strength card is there to provide you with strength, and your challenge is to remain strong, because now you are strong. So let's try to keep this energy close to us. Please don't doubt yourself, Taurus. Please do not doubt yourself if you're still having moments of weaknesses. If you are still looking back and thinking back to disappointments and loss, please don't focus on that. Try to focus on what is to come. Focus on your strengths now. That's your challenge. And for a few of you, maybe for a very small percentage of you, a Leo in your life is challenging you. Mental thoughts right now for you is you are moving very, very slowly to the point of not moving, actually, because this is a person who's experiencing mental hang-ups, and a person who is reluctant actually to move forward, a person who is a bit too afraid to take a step or two forward, but they've put themselves in this situation though. Why? Are they afraid to move forward? Because if they look to their left and if they look to their right, even though they are slightly blindfolded, they can still see what's going on. They see swords, and so they assume that there are more swords in front of them and feel trapped as a result of this. But they're not trapped, they're free, and they can move out of this when they wish. When this energy, when it creeps in, is totally your responsibility here. No one's put you in this situation except yourself. Sure, it can be as a result of experiencing certain insecurities that people brought on, but at the end of the day, you have the power to shift out of this insecurity and to realize that that's not your energy. It was the energy of those who imposed it on you and shook you up a little bit. And it could very well be that this card is you feeling stuck with regarding a hope or a fear. We're going to explore this a bit further later. Sometimes I speak too soon, but if you guys have the patience to stick around my really, really long readings, it all tends to come together. In your foundation is the Knight of Swords, and this is extremely contradictory to this mental hang-ups card, because the Knight of Swords isn't someone who's stagnant at all. This person is riding forward with great speed and full force, and both of these are mental elements because they are sword cards, and this is really not your element at all. Both these cards are air: Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. The Knight of Swords being in your foundation, he's a bit vengeful. So maybe you're feeling vengeful right now. Even if you are not fully aware of this, there's a state of vengeance. How you're coming to the reading, though, is as this Three of Cups here. So it could be a few of you are really enjoying your time now, meeting new people, or getting closer to those friendships that you're starting to appreciate even more now. Again, it's about what to do, who to pay more attention to as a result of last month's realization of what not to do anymore, and who not to be around anymore, and who has a good influence on you and who has a bad influence on you. And these people tend to have a very good influence on you. So you're cultivating new relationships, new friendships, new partnerships, or you are renewing old relationships and old friendships that now are holding a lot more meaning in your life. You are having stronger connections with your girlfriends, your boyfriends. These are three female figures, but who's to say that men don't have their share of fun? So in general, you are enjoying this time right now, Taurus, having come out of gloomier times. But still, feeling a little bit vengeful, because this is in your foundation card, and this person's a bit reckless too, actually. Okay. in your past, well, this is the evaluation of contracts and the evaluation of work in the sense of being put to the test and seeing if you are worthy of receiving particular rewards, or if a situation is worthy of remaining in your life. Because the Three of Pentacles can talk about contracts, it can talk about not coming into mastery, but like having being an apprentice, who is now probably ready to take on more responsibility. This is in the past though, and it is a person who is facing feedback and criticism, but not criticism in a negative sense. There's a word for it. There's a word that I'm looking for, but it's not coming to me right now. But the point is that this person's receiving feedback and is basically about to receive awards and is reevaluating contracts in the sense of maybe being offered a new position or the opportunity to grow at work in the past position. And this sees you as moving into victory in your immediate future, Taurus. So you are on the right path here. Okay. Flipping all your cards around now, so oh well, you can't really see them from this distance. Sorry. In your environment is temperance. In your environment, basically, there being temperance suggests that things are a bit more balanced now. You are able to finally realize and prioritize what is supposed to come first, second, or third, or fourth, even though, by the way, with temperance, there is less emphasis on hierarchy and more emphasis on equality, having equality in every department of your life. And this is a good card to have in your environment, because that means that you basically, if you've decided who to hang on to and what situations are better for you, or what hobbies that you want to continue in, you're able to put in an equal amount of energy for each of those things. And that's usually that's usually the fairest thing that you can possibly do, because then you can almost ensure that you will be victorious in all of those departments. So that's really nice to have. And if you haven't been doing this, then this temperance card for some of you is calling for you to be a bit more mindful of where you prioritize yourself, and to basically take a closer look at to what you're giving more importance to, and to pay attention to whether or not there are things or people around you that are being ignored. But this person, temperance in general, is extremely has a very good hold of things. That this person is grounded. As much as they are in tune with their spiritual side, they're spiritually enlightened. And I felt that anyway when I was meditating, that more of you are getting to this state actually of temperance. With the wings and everything. This victorious person here is riding towards temperance, riding towards spiritual enlightenment, and has realized how important it is to be patient. You're hoping to be happy, but you're fearing that this happiness won't be something that you share with others, or you're fearing that you might be incapable of extending this happy to other people because this person is happy on his own here. Like, as in, he has all this happiness, but he doesn't have anyone to share it with. And so you're fearing that now that you might have started to become a lot happier as a result of losses in the past, you find yourself having too much happy all to yourself here. And that's not to suggest that, again, you're not going out and having a good time. You are. You're going out having a good time with friends, but then you come home. And some of you are wishing that you had people to come home to. But this is all being divinely orchestrated here because of the Wheel of Fortune. In your overall outcome card, this is kind of meant to be right now. The wheel is turning in your favor, so this is a really, really, really good outcome card, Taurus. It's so great, and now I'm confused why there are some tarot readers. I haven't looked over every forecast and every tarot reader, and I don't have time for that at all, but I've just noticed that some tarot readers are looking at your readings and thinking that not the best things are actually available to you right now, and it's more a matter of slowing down and hoping for the best and just taking things easy. But this is turning out to be a really nice reading for you guys, actually. I like this Wheel of Fortune here. This Wheel of Fortune is just really saying that it is a good time actually to just to release yourself and to let go and to trust that things are happening when they should, and that things are balancing themselves out slowly but surely. Especially with Temperance here. For those of you who believe in guardian angels, this is your guardian angel. This is your guardian angel really watching over you and reminding you to make sure that you stay balanced and stay in Zen, and there is no other and. These are the two most troubling cards in your reading, and they're actually important cards, Taurus, because this is in your head and this is in your belly, so to speak. So I want to take a look at both of these because, again, this is something you're doing to yourself, and this is not very settling energy to have in a foundation that should be more tempered, because this is what it's looking like in your environment. And this could be your angels or spirit guides telling you, Taurus, that there's really no need for this hastiness. So I'm going to take a look at this Knight of Swords. This is Knight of Swords doing in Taurus's reading. Oh gosh, wow. Wow, okay. Honestly, I don't know what to say anymore, you guys. Now I just feel weird whenever this card comes up. This is the Six of Cups card, and so many signs have gotten this card. This card is, for some of you, it just came to my mind. For some of you, Your kids are being reckless right now. Your kids are being reckless right now. For some of you guys. And you might not even be realizing this. That's for some of you. For others of you, you might feel like you want vengeance over someone from your past. You might be feeling like it's time for you to, you want to even out the score with this person who has had a strong influence on you in the past, and who you know pretty well, if this is someone still existing or someone waiting to come back into your life. Basically, you're waiting for them to insert themselves back into your life so that you can have your revenge. That's what I'm getting for some of you. And this could be something that you think about. Sometimes you start daydreaming about it and you just go silent. I'm getting this image. I really am. And this doesn't happen to me very often. But I'm getting this image that, like, while you're out having fun with some of your friends, there can be moments when you go a little bit silent and you drift off in thought and you start thinking about how you can have your revenge with this. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry if you are not a Taurus watching this video wondering about a Taurus, and maybe you are this person. Then I'm really sorry for what I just whispered. But yeah. The second card that came out, okay, like both the Six of Cups and the Queen of Wands popped out at the same time as clarifiers for this Knight of Swords here. And she's very noble. She is very noble, and but she moves really quick. So this can be something quite sudden. This can be something quite sudden. Like, even if you think, Taurus, that you don't have the guts to do that, to gain revenge or something like that, and it's just something you're fantasizing about, I wouldn't actually be surprised if this person does make an attempt or something, that you end up like feeling a lot stronger and actually seeking out that vengeance, but in a noble fashion, actually. In a noble, very presentable fashion, actually. Something that's going to keep them thinking. Something that, it's kind of like you come, you drop a bomb, you do it with so much flair and in the best outfit you have, for my beautiful females out there, and then you walk away. You walk away, and this person is going to be so stunned. Not this person, this is, I really feel like this is just the energy that you will take on. This very fiery energy that you're going to take on. And if this is not how you're going to do things, then you're going to be doing this to a Queen of Wands who is Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Oh, okay. And that brings me back to the Strength card. For the few of you that I said that this is a Leo in your life who is challenging you. For the rest of you, you just have to realize, or you just have to basically maintain this strength. Your challenge is to maintain this strength in order to come out of things victorious. Funny, guys, funny. Okay, mental hang-ups cards. Your Eight of Swords. Let's take a look at that. So, why is the Eight of Swords present in Taurus's readings? Oh, there was a card that wanted to come out, but then it inserted itself back into the deck, so I didn't. Okay, but then Your Ten of Pentacles here is clarifying the Eight of Swords. And I have a feeling that this Ten of Pentacles is related to this Three of Pentacles in your past, because this person being an apprentice, ready to receive rewards and ready to renew certain contracts that are more in their favor. It's like, you know, moving up the social ladder or the career ladder, basically. You're contemplating this Ten of Pentacles because you finally realize that you can get to this point, but to get here, I really think you guys have to get closer to people who are in power, who are in positions of power. So look at your bosses and you are now in a good month to cultivate stronger relationships with your bosses. So if this is something that you really want, that you're hung up on, and you think you can't get here, maybe because it's a bit too soon, and there's quite a leap from the Three of Pentacles to this. This is the best case scenario. This is the best case scenario, and that can happen for you guys. But you're holding yourselves back. You are holding yourselves back. I really don't think there's a need for you to hold yourselves back, because you can get here if you cultivate strong relationships with your bosses. Show them how confident you are. Show them that witty aspect of you this month. They will be surprised in a very good way. But don't get too egocentric, especially the second half of the month, because then it can turn into a turn-off. There are 2 threes in your reading, suggesting lots of movement. Movement in your social sector, movement in your career sector. Okay, I just want to take a closer look. Okay. Well, definitely changes happening for you. That's silly for me to say because it's quite clear with the 2 tens. 2 tens representing changes for you guys. And yeah. Again, okay, with this card, I really think that you guys should take that chance. You should take that chance with that boss figure, because you are in a good position to do this. You really don't have to hold yourself back. It's a chance card. It's a chance to rise in your career, and it's an opportunity as well to create something more solid for you and your family. It's also a chance to have a family business. Okay, any more numbers? You have 2 6s here. And if I even think about it, 3 6s if I'm going to combine the 2 3s. Let me see if those numbers... Well, a lot of movement, yes, but a lot of irritability at the same time, mostly due to either this Queen of Wands here, or if it's not, you know, a fire sign who's causing this irritation, and it's figuring highly that it might even be a Leo, but I don't like to play the signs game, because it can be anyone, and just because I said it's a Leo, it can be a Leo. I mean, with the Strength card, it's most likely a Leo sun, but it can be someone who has Leo in their moon as a rising sign, or in just multiple planets, dominant planets in their natal chart. And not everyone knows this about the people that they meet. So that's why take it with a grain of salt. So the irritability, I feel, can be lingering more around that aspect of your life, social life. But nothing to worry about, I really feel. I mean, new changes are coming along. There's a lot of movement. There's a lot of opportunity for you to go from here in this past position, the Three of Pentacles, to rise above here. And you will be moving forward victoriously. The wheel is moving in your favor. You're fearing that you're going to end up alone and just happy, and no one to be happy with. But like I said, maybe right now that's meant to be. Nothing wrong with that. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Cups. Lots of emotion here. A lot of emotion. Well, this person is extremely happy. And this person wants to make an offering. Knight of Cups here. So I feel like these two cards are related. You might be feeling a bit like a Knight of Cups and not really knowing who to offer this love to. I really don't get the sensation that it's with this Queen of Wands, though. And again, this could also just be you acting out like the Queen of Wands. Yeah. Okay, guys, that's what I have for you. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thumbs me up if you did. I'd appreciate that. It keeps this channel thriving, especially with certain YouTube updates that have happened recently. They're algorithms, and yeah. Anyway, so thank you so much, you guys. Have a Merry, Merry Christmas. Have a Happy New Year. I will see you all in 2017. Love you guys. Bye.